Alright, now here's an install video that a lot has requested. We're gonna do a courtesy light or paddle light install guide for both premium and base models for both GR86 and BRZ. Now in Japan, a GR or STI ones are available at the dealership, but it's way too expensive, so I got these knockoff ones from Amazon. You'll probably see this almost everywhere like eBay, Etsy, AliExpress, and more. So let's go ahead and check the product. So it's a simple box with just the part itself. Comes with a small minus screwdriver that you can use to pry out the light and some instructions. So looking at the manual, it's pretty much straightforward and easy to understand, but this is only applicable for the premium trim. Now looking at the item, it's actually great. Also has some indication which is for the left side and the right side. Now let's go ahead with the install. Now for the premium trim, we're only going to be using a pry tool, so pry out the courtesy light underneath the door trim and pull it out. Now you will see a connector connected to it, so we'll simply remove this connector and just install the new one. Now for those of you who just want to upgrade to a LED bulb, so simply just remove the bulb and install a T10 LED one. And just like that, you have the GR86 logo as your courtesy light. And that will be all for the premium trim. Now let's move to the base models and cup cars. So first we'll be removing the door trim, so go ahead and grab your pry tool and pry out the cover behind the door handle. After that, grab your Phillips screwdriver and remove the screw. After we're done with the lever, we go down here on the handle. The same thing, remove the cover and remove 2 screws. Next up, we'll be removing some clips behind this door trim. So we will simply pull it out, and I suggest doing it from the inner side. Now let's roll down the window to give us more view for the next step. Now we simply lift up the door trim and get behind the door levers and lock. Now we simply remove the door lock cable and the door lever cable. Next, we simply remove the connector that goes behind the side console. Now for the base models, we have this connector in the same place where the premium is, but after checking the signals, there is a positive signal but not a negative one. That's why if we install one, it won't light up. So we're gonna have to find a negative line and tap it to this line right here. Now I found a ground signal on this connector right here, so by tapping this dark green line to the courtesy light harness, we'll be able to utilize the courtesy light harness. Now you can use some tappers right here, connecting this connector to somewhere around this part of the harness, but for those of you who don't have this, so I'm gonna show you how to do it manually. Now again, make sure you use the dark green wire that connects to the door signal, but not the light green one. here, before proceeding, make sure you always test it out if it lights up or not. Otherwise, you don't want to be doing some back jobs on again. Now, as you see, by tapping it to the green wire, this actually activates when the door is unlocked and turns off when it's locked. Now for the wire, you can actually like fish them down there, but since I want to wrap them and make it look like OEM, I actually turn out the plastic cover on the sides. Now here you will see that I actually accidentally like cut it in half instead of like splicing it out.
Oh.
So if this happens to you, you just simply connect it in any kind of way. And since we're done, and now that we're done tapping it, we'll just simply restore everything back to how it was. So most people are having a hard time like installing these cables, so here's a close-up view and a slower one for you guys. Now that we're done with the one side, now let's move on to the other side and do the same thing. So that will be all for today. Hope this video is helpful and useful for you guys. And we apologize that we can't do the giveaway right now due to some business trip. Be sure to subscribe and be with us, and for we'll be doing the giveaway before the year ends. So thank you again, and see you on the next one.